Hey, welcome guys back to Spotlight.
Hey.
Your host Dan, this is my other host, Love. We're here to give you guys some good content. I mean, at least we just tell our stories about our lives and hopefully you fucking enjoy it. Welcome back to Spotlight. Make sure you like and subscribe, baby. Let's go. I don't know how long we got on this recording.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it said up to a half hour, but you know what? It's been recorded. We're gonna go until it tells me that I can't record no more, and then we'll record an outro and then boom.
Excellent. Well,
Um,
welder,
yeah, Welder Studio. Shout out. They're sponsor us, bro. We're out here.
we have this is our first time using it. We don't even know if we want them to sponsor us.
I'm just hoping the quality is good. That's all I want.
Hmm.
So the Skype quality was pretty much shit. Even the voice was the audio was bad. And
Wow.
honestly, the last podcast like I feel like I had an epiphany that we should just go back to audio only and focus on that because uh there's just less mechanics behind the editing of it.
I
And
would be down for that. I still, if we're doing it like virtually, I still would like to be able to see your face while I'm talking, but it doesn't
sure.
need to be part
Well,
of it,
well yeah, this is the thing is with hopefully this program is that we're getting good quality.
Hmm.
And, the what I'm looking at on the computer it's fine. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see we'll see what's up, you know what I'm saying? So how you
Excellent.
been, man? It's been like we've just been going through it. The weather has been kind of shit here. Just so we're going through it. How you been?
Good. Um, yeah, I slept really well last night.
Nice.
Like I barely woke up. I had super long stretches of deep restorative sleep. So,
So it was lit. Like there's an excitement there. That's nice. I've been my sleep's been off. You know what? I really like this aura rate. So I've only just been wearing it at night at this point,
okay.
and it's really nice because it tells me like I made a conscious decision the other day, and I think it's because of this data and knowing my sleep patterns that like, all right, I'm lacking sleep. Like I was down to a 71 sleep ready or sleep what do they call it?
Sleep score.
Sleep score. And it's been down, like it's been low and that's like when I said earlier about I got to change my I just got to change up my habits. But really it's just going to bed at a decent hour.
Oh,
You know,
sorry.
I
Sleep efficiency.
leap efficiency.
Sleep efficiency. Mine
All
was
right.
94% last night.
That's good. Good. That's high. See, and that's why you're feeling good. My energy's low. I did take a little nap. I didn't wear the thing though.
I'm taking a nap after this. Bro, I laid down last night. I was gonna do my night routine and I was so beat. I barely got up to put my ring back on.
Yo, that was what night was that for me? 2 nights ago? Yeah, like Wednesday night. That was my night. I'm like I mentally the mouse is fucking running, dude, on the wheel in my
Mm.
brain. But I just physically, my body's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to move.
See, I'm the opposite. My brain's real quiet, but my body is going through so much sensation. Like, for instance, right now, I have a lot of pain in the right side of my neck and up through this part of my face. It's,
So this is where in meditation where it kicks in where you will when you go to so the 10 day, they what they really wanted you to feel. It's funny, there's a lot of people in there who don't feel sensations. The
mm,
whole idea of meditating is feeling the sensations in your mind in that moment and letting them go and breathing.
yeah. And I'm just sort of learning to feel things.
But the thing is that you're saying you're having sensations and like I think you're just like you're one of the people who are like I feel sensations in my body all the time. There's other people who don't feel sensations in their body. So like that's pretty it's just like you don't feel them. Um So it's interesting. Like this one guy I met, I forget his name. He was bigger bigger black guy. He was into Black History Month stuff, or
Mm.
not. Oh my god, that sounded so bad. He was into the ancestry of his African American descendant, and he was like a descendant from, bless you,
Thank you.
descendant from some I think political leader during like the Martin Luther King days. And so he writes he has a blog, and I should fucking check into that. I got to find his information again. He was a good guy, but he didn't feel anything. Felt no sensations the whole time. And he's done the meditation 4 times in his life. Never felt anything. So it's just everybody's different, you know, that's all.
So there's actually a reason for that. Um,
Talking to the mic if you can.
we'll see if I took good enough notes. But I actually recently was learning about, you know what?
Chicken butt.
I don't have a strong enough grasp of the concept yet to really be talking about it. But basically,
That's
pain is one of the last things that your body like turns off. Like if you have that much trauma stored in your body that you're not even feeling your pain, it's time to do some work.
sure.
Like, and like that's where I've been most of my life. So, really getting into my body and feeling these things is a lot. Interpreting them is a lot. For instance, like I'm going through and I'm learning about the meridians. And so, like the sensations that I just described, the meridians that run through my neck are the neck and small intestine, sorry, small intestines and large intestines. Um, and the emotions that are associated with those things are shock, sadness, unappreciation, nervousness, discouragement, indecisiveness, guilt, grief, regret, depression, apathy, sadness, shame, and powerlessness. And those are the emotions that I am working through and
Negative
moving from my
emotions.
body. I'm also getting a lot of sensation specifically in my upper right molars. Um, and that has to do with the spleen and the stomach. And that's releasing things like rejection, disapproval, um, anxiety about the future, alienation, cynicism, brooding, envy, unreliability, criticism, disappointment, deprivation, hunger, emptiness, nausea, greed, disgust, doubt, and bitterness. And yes, those are definitely the things that I've been working a lot on this entire like past 2 weeks. But the sensation is getting much more specific,
Sure.
whereas before it was a lot more broad. So it was things like my lower back or my upper middle back, which is anger and disgust. Um, and for it to now be really specifically here and here, the emotion descriptions are getting much more specific as well. Um, and a lot of this has to do with like working through things that have to do with my past like childhood trauma and recognizing where I had a lot of like as a woman, we get taught very young when we're girls that the men in our lives will protect us. Um, and typically, what we're looking for protection from is other men. And men in my life, they definitely would have protected me had they been aware what was happening. But they didn't have the sensitivity and awareness to notice those things without me telling them. And I didn't have the safety in my body to tell them. So I'm working through a lot of like even though I cognitively have forgiven these things, my body didn't get the chance to release them. So I'm having to rework through the forgiveness process of that and like continue to forgive those things, but also like recognize where I played a part in it. And yes, I was a child, and yes, I didn't know any better. It's not either party's fault, but acknowledging the experience and allowing myself to have grace for that experience, allowing myself to be angry about it, and not judging myself, because I'm also having this like sort of cycling back guilt about it, where I've cognitively been like, yeah, I forgive that person. They didn't know any better. They weren't aware of it. They would have done something had they been given the knowledge. Um, and the fact that I'm still angry about it in my body, I feel guilty, like I've been lying to myself and to other people about forgiving them, and like feeling like I've betrayed myself for doing that. And just having the space and grace to recognize that it's okay. It wasn't a lie. I did forgive them. I just didn't know how to work it out of my body at the time. And so I'm having to revisit it again. And that's okay.
Before we started recording, took a little bit. Uh, your energy's up. You're
Mm.
high on life right now. It seems like. Um,
In more ways than one.
sure. Uh, what I know when you're in that feeling. What are you feeling like positive coming out of this, or I don't want to say what kind of positive stuff have you gotten from your past.
I mean,
I know, like,
it's really
what's
beautiful to
what do you
like,
see your future as? Like, where's your future right now in this current feeling?
I'm going to first talk about the present
Okay,
because I think it's more important.
always.
Like, I have a lot of gratitude for my body for holding these things for me until I could have the tools to deal with them. And also for being a place of safety for myself and for my younger self when the world wasn't safe and when I didn't know how to create my own safety. So, like, even though it's painful, physically painful to be going through this process, and at times emotionally painful, it's really beautiful to watch my body having held these things for so long, and to recognize how strong my body is for doing that for me. And to be able to now create the safe container for it to be able to release it. My body took care of me for a really long time, and being able to now take care of my body, it really makes me feel very, very powerful.
Sure.
Um, and you know, I I know that this process is going to take me to unimaginable places. Like, I can't even fathom where this is going to take me, nor am I too worried about it. I just know I'm really excited about it. um, so
So
yeah,
from the last podcast that I did not upload, you got accepted into the Human Garage program, right?
yes.
Uh, what You got accepted for free. People pay tons of money to get
I
into
didn't
this
get
program.
for free. I got a scholarship, um, and I got a payment plan, but there are scholarships for people to go for free. They just have a lot of applications.
Sure.
So, but they have a lot of free content available. So they have a
Which is
full
just as
YouTube
valuable.
page. Yes. I'm just going to be getting one on one coaching, actually, 3-on-1. I'm the one. Um, for my specific issues to and also for me to learn the philosophy in depth so I can start creating my own movements and so that I can teach it.
Yeah.
Um, but you can get on there. They have live classes every day on their TikTok live, and they have multiple times a day. They also have a Mighty Networks. They also have a YouTube page. They have a Facebook. They have their own app, and all of those are free.
Nice. So now you're so far how many weeks? Say a week and a half into this?
Um, I officially like started the movements consistently on the 28th of 28th or 23rd. I think it was 28th of January. Um, and that has like the way that I am feeling my body compared to prior to starting this is massive.
Yeah, you're creating movement. You're moving your body the way your body is telling you to move, which
But
is
I've
awesome.
gone through periods of time where I've moved my body a lot,
Sure.
but without the sensitivity for what my body is telling me, I did a lot of damage in the attempts at movement.
Yeah.
Um, and I just re traumatized myself, basically. And what's really beautiful about Human Garage is one, they're doing a lot of education as to what the movements are doing, how they're affecting you, and they're also teaching the language and how to use the language to describe sensation in your body. They really focus on helping you recognize those things um, and learn what they mean.
Have you started your one-on-one program?
No, I
When's that
start.
start?
So I start that on I think Saturday.
Okay, what kind of prep did they give you? Any prep work? Uh what kind of like things did they give you that
I mean,
you're looking forward to?
I have all of the free content. I've also been going to pretty much every single one of the live classes that the other coaches teach. Um, and I have the ability to ask questions, but there's so much available that I'm learning already. I haven't had time to really like sift out specific questions. But actually, what's really cool is in some of the lives, especially when I go in like the Zoom classes, and they'll ask me for feedback. So they'll ask me like, "What are you feeling right now? Like, what's going on?" And then they'll give me like more specific like movements, even prior to the direct
Sounds
teaching.
like it sounds like another form of yoga, if you want to call it that. Like
So
when like
actually, one of the instructors the other night was kind of like, you could call it new yoga if you wanted. It incorporates like practices from every single culture.
nice.
And it's not, I could see how people would be like concerned about the appropriation side of it, maybe, but it's not meant to, they do their best to credit where they're pulling these moves from.
Yeah, because there's history behind it. They're doing
Hmm.
it the proper way.
But a lot of practices, what has happened is it's gotten very like rigid. Like there's a very specific way of doing things and it's very stagnant. And it's not intended to be, but it kind of needed to be to create the discipline around it. And what this is doing is it's taking all of the best parts of that, combining it with the science that we now have available to us and the biofeedback we have available to us, and really concentrating it into something really palatable for your average person who is not disciplined and regularly practicing and have a sensei in things like Qigong and yoga and chiropractics and all of these different modalities. Anyone can do this.
Yeah.
And you will, and literally, like, so many people are experiencing the positive effects immediately.
And it sounds like this is like a
And the emphasis is on you taking responsibility for your own healing and being able to heal yourself.
yeah. because that's what we want ultimately. We just all want to be healed. We all got scars that we need to cover up. It's I'm very excited and happy for you and your journey. You've come a very long way, and the fact that what your future is just it's endless possibilities. And
Mm.
you know what? It's exciting to be a part of it and to watch you go through the process, because that's inspiring me to take different action, to to pursue different things. Um, I got a bunch of just interesting things that have been happening in my life lately, like different opportunities that happen throughout my day to day, moment to moment life, one little minute at a time. I'm very what I've learned is, we talked about it before of how I used to I want to share my energy with everybody, right? I feel happy, I want to go share it with people, but then their fucking mood brings me down. So I haven't been bottling it. I've been balancing it and like knowing when to pick my shit, and like I've gotten better at it, and it's just like different opportunity is the opportunity that has always been there is popping up again and again. Like that's what opportunity is. It's just a constant, every moment is an opportunity. Um and I'm starting to make quicker choices in those opportunities. And
Mm.
so I'm excited to and I know I'm doing the right thing because there's good things happening in your life, which is just it's exciting to know that tomorrow can be the day our lives change, for good or bad, to be honest.
Today
Mainly for
our
good.
lives are changing.
What's that?
Today our lives are changing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like we got together, we set this. I'll be honest, I'm not motivated to do this right now. I wasn't at first. I'm still not. I just I need rest. That's all. I just need a proper night's of sleep, and I know I'm getting that tonight.
I feel it.
Uh, but you know what? I got to keep cranking. I got to keep acting the way I fucking want to act and acting the way I want to be. And I want to be given positive vibes. I want to feel good. I want to tell my story and share with the world, and to be able to hear other people's stories that can inspire me to inspire them. That's I just I'm in such a good place in my life right now, and I feel good. And there's a lot of things that happen that will drag me back, and I'm getting better at not letting them drag me back, and so it's fucking exciting.
I learned something really cool recently about that. So, one of the things that
She
kind of
said I learned. You fucking learn a lot of shit and you're able to retain it. It's amazing.
ah, I retain pieces.
All of it. Well, it is proven we only retain 1% of the information that we consume.
No, we retain all of it. We can recall
Sure.
1% of it.
That's just the
And
science
I'm
of
learning to recall more and more.
yeah. Yeah, and that's what's happening with mine as well. It's
That's what I claim.
yeah. Let's end it because we're trying this new program out. We want to see what it's like, and I hope it recorded. And I don't know if there's a time limit. I don't know what the deal is, but all I know is we got to keep them short, keep them moving, keep them going. We'll
Okay.
run another one in a sec. Let me just press stop recording. Hey, guys, thank you guys so much for stopping by here on Spotlight. Make sure you guys like, subscribe.
Have an
Peace.
amazing day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have an amazing day. Woo! Thank you for listening to Spotlight. Be sure to give us a like. Be sure to subscribe too. Share with your family and friends. Thanks for listening to some Spotlight. See you on the next one.